About you. Yeah. They told me
Testing.
that
You ready? Welcome to the Off the Wall Show on IntellectualRadio-Podcast. I am Lady Magnificent, and to my left, I get to start it today. The debonair, fresh out of work, just got off work.
Really?
Mr. JB3.
Really? And you waiting for the crowd to go, wow.
Yeah, we need to get that. I'm gonna go get one of those little electronic things so we can clap and all that.
Yeah,
other
we
stuff.
need a soundboard.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I want. So we can like hit the button and everybody. Hey, Buck, wow. Yeah, so everybody.
What up, Buck? How you doing, bro? Man, I would have took that spot, but I got a job, so I mean, I couldn't do it.
Anywho, how are you?
I'm tired. That's all I got. I mean, I started work this morning at 8 o'clock, and I literally just got off when I got in the car with you. Like literally, I'd said, okay, I'm off work, and yeah, 15, 20 minutes later before the little incident on the train. I don't know what's going on out there. Y'all need to check y'all Google, check whatever accident reports that's going on in Chicago. There's some going on the train station. That's bad. So, hey, whoever's watching, I can't see your name yet. I got one person looking at me. It is what it is.
What do you think about Derrick Rose and
Hey,
the Cavaliers,
you know what?
man?
I'm happy for him. That's about it, because the whole little situation with him and Kyrie, with the LeBron and Kyrie, yeah. Kyrie wanted to leave, so now, you know what? I still need a killer. Because, you know what? I'm a Simeonite, and I got plenty of faith in Derrick Rose of, coming back and doing his thing and being the Derrick Rose of old. He may not be dunking on people like he was, but he gonna still be able to, impact the game. So I don't see them. I don't see him making the finals
Cavaliers
again.
jersey.
This is true because of the whole stigma that Chicago and the whole Cleveland thing, and I get it. But at the same time, this is a business. You are paid to play basketball, no matter who with.
You know what? No, I think to me it looks like he's just working his way back to Chicago.
Eventually, he might.
He left. He went to New York. Now he next door in Ohio.
Eventually, you know what? He
like
might.
He's gonna work his way back to. All he needs is one good year of not being hurt.
This is true.
They might
Now,
take him back.
If he can make an entire year without getting
a whole
hurt,
season. We can't say a whole year. I'm just gonna say the whole season.
That's the same thing.
If he
82 games is
If he can get through the season without
hurt.
being hurt, then they might.
Well,
because I guess in Chicago he kind of looked like a liability because he was getting the salary, but he couldn't play.
This is true, but you know what? With that being said, though, it was a lot to do with his brother telling him to, sit back and wait it out or whatever the case may be, and you had all these other people thinking like, man, you don't understand the pain that he was going through. That tear in his knee, people don't come back from that really. For him to come back twice says a lot about his.
But are these repeat injuries that he has?
No, this was
okay.
Like
these are all every time it's something new.
Mm-hmm.
So is it all connected to the first thing?
No.
They're all kind of.
I mean, you know how karma can be, and what's that? The power of 3, the power of 10, all that kind of stuff. If 3 things go right in your life, then the next thing will happen. 3 things go wrong, or whatever the case may be.
So, do you think that 2.1 million is an insult, or you think that's what he's worth?
$2.1 million.
For
a dude that doesn't play 60 games, hey, he got over.
That's all.
So? Yeah.
Because I guess they were saying what everyone else is getting paid compared to what.
Because of the simple fact that he
hasn't played a whole season in how long? How many years? Like 2-3 years.
Since like his second year, since the MVP season, he hasn't played a whole year.
He got out that quick. Because you know what? All that's been going on for so long. It seems like he's older than what he is. It's almost like he's already been playing for X amount of time already.
He was in the league, rookie 2004, I think, or something like that. But yeah, he's been in the league a little while. I forget when he came in.
Right, but it still seems like he's old now. Like, I guess.
Well, maybe because of the way he looks. He came in, he's bulked up now, and yeah, he came in the league as a kid.
Good money. He's getting good money for it.
Oh yeah, you said 2.1 million. How can you look down upon that? You have $2.1 million in your contract. I don't know what his signing bonus is or what his guaranteed money is, but I promise you, he's happy with his contract because he could be nowhere.
Because he was a free agent, right?
Exactly. He could be nowhere. Cleveland took a shot on him because of he was a first round draft pick.
So it's going to be an interesting season to me because you're going to have LeBron James and Derrick Rose playing against Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny.
That's interesting.
But you know what? Even with Dwayne Wade, he's not gonna play a full season either. I don't even think he's gonna come back.
Why? What happened?
I mean, for one, Jimmy Butler's gone. That's first. That was the reason why he came over here, so he can show Jimmy Butler how to be a team player.
Leader. Or player.
Yeah, team player, team leader, the whole nine. But I mean, Rondo is gone. I'm pretty sure he's going to leave too. So I don't see Dwayne Wade staying. I have no reason to see why he would stay.
Well, if he doesn't stay, I think this will be his last season, and then he'll. But how many? What
he
was
might
his
leave in October.
But what was his contract when he came over?
It was only a year.
It was only a year. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was only a year. Because like I said, it was only supposed to come in and sit down and teach Jimmy Butler the ropes and how to be a team leader for the Bulls or whatever. And yeah, I guess Dwayne Wade wanted to retire a Bull. I mean, he grew up
from Robbins, so he wanted to leave. But I don't think he's ready to retire. He's not that old.
I mean, no, he's not the same age as Kobe, but I mean, he
But
up
Kobe
there.
Came straight out of high school.
He did.
He played a lot longer than a lot of people.
Yeah, he played 20 years. Him and I are the same age. Literally, like when he came into the league, I graduated high school.
Okay, so he played a lot of his adult life. he came out as a kid. He joined the NBA as a kid
and stayed there.
And he stayed. And he stayed with one team.
Yes, he did.
He didn't go nowhere.
No, he didn't. So that's why LeBron James's legacy is kind of tainted. He went to Miami and won 3 or 2.5 championships.
I just want to be in the locker room when LeBron and Derrick Rose shake hands and play together.
That's gonna happen. I mean, I don't think there's any bad blood, anything, because for the simple fact that it's most of the time it's the refs and it's like the media that makes up this big hype. Everybody in the NBA is just simply a number, and B, they're ball players. So it's like playing a pickup game all the time, just like with the Dream Team. Everybody knew how to play ball. That's all it was. And there was no egos. There was no like, oh my God, I know I'm better than you. Everybody knew who Mike was. Everybody knew Mike was the man. But at the same time, you had this coach. He made it seem like he coached them up the wrong way when they were putting the team together. He had these college kids who were like, Chris Webber and Christian Laettner. They were good in college, but they were nothing compared to Magic, Bird, and Mike. Okay, but at the same time, this coach he humbled them by putting them on this other team, and he had these college kids looking like all-stars. So, I mean, maybe they need that humbling experience, these new guys. I don't know, but at the same time, all I know is it's going to be an interesting season. I've given up on the Bulls.
Bears.
I've definitely given up on the Bears. I've given up on football completely.
Oh Lord.
Seriously, I mean, I'm still like upset about the whole Colin Kaepernick thing. I am highly upset about that, simply because you got people like Mark Sanchez getting signed by the Bears, and he has yet to win a playoff game, and you got Colin Kaepernick that's been to a Super Bowl.
He's not on the team.
This dude hasn't been signed yet because of kneeling. He's been blackballed. And all of these teams right now, they are basically scared of the publicity.
So they're sacrificing the player and his skills.
Oh, yeah.
For just so that they don't seem like they're going to get a bad rep for giving him a job.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this is a conspiracy theory, but it's a whole lot of high up white money. Okay, a whole lot of high white money that's taking control of this whole situation. I guess it was more so like, if you sign him, no endorsements. Not that bad, but it's like the endorsements, the money, the backlash from signing Colin Kaepernick, a person that didn't disrespect the flag. That's first, because he said he's got people that are in the military and the whole nine. But at the same time, people are pissed at the fact that he kneeled, okay, rather than being pissed at the fact that for the reason why he kneeled. You got people dying. See, my thing is, you got people, black people out here saying, "Hey, Black Lives Matter. Stop killing us. Leave us alone. Treat us fairly." And you still have people out here going, but what about
But
this?
didn't that just happen? It was a white woman that got
This is true.
shot by.
So
it was a
where is the
different,
NRA?
No, but it was a whole completely different the way they did it.
And I understand that.
It was a completely. Your phone just did it.
What, the whole black off thing?
It just took your live off. But what I'm saying is that when that happened with her, everyone was like, she's just so innocent, and they shouldn't have did that, and all this other stuff. But when it's
well, yeah, they talked about how this woman was just the pillar of the community, and she just didn't deserve this, and the cop that shot her was a Muslim, and where's Blue Lives Matter now?
You said, where is it?
Where's Blue Lives Matter now? Where's the NRA? Where's these these cops that stood up for for it's blue goes first, or whatever the hell he was talking about, man. It's such hypocrites.
We don't let them, because whoever shot her gonna get convicted for
this
sure.
Is true.
For
this
sure, she will. They will. Now, bounce to reality.
Oh God, that is reality. But okay,
I know, but I'm talking about. So what is this with R. Kelly, Usher, Kevin Hart?
I don't know.
What is all of that? Like,
I think they got what is that? They had put in a sunken place.
I mean, but it's just like, where did they said what? Kevin Hart cheated.
Kevin Hart cheated. Usher got herpes.
And R. Kelly's holding people against their will, like a cult.
Yeah. Are you serious?
When you see, the thing is, when I see things like that, people have to learn how to separate. All right, Buckwild. People have to learn how to separate their personal business from their professional business. Now, I'm gonna say, it doesn't matter what R. Kelly does in his personal life, because the thing is, you will never be able to take away his talent.
No,
you'll never. You can't take that away. You shouldn't discard his talent because of what he chose to do in his personal life. And it's just because he's in the public eye.
Okay, right. And I don't understand, like, these women are not, they're being put on TV. They're they can come home when they want to. I
don't see it. But like I've said, the thing is this: the first thing people do when you hear something is because everybody wants to be a part of something trendy. The thing is this: these men are not doing anything that ain't being done every day by somebody. Like, it's just that they're a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark Sanchez actually won 2 playoff games. Somebody just said. But I'm just saying,
he's still a bad quarterback.
I'm just saying, when you can't judge people by the decisions that they make, when people make those same decisions every day. When people say, "Oh, Usher he had to pay these women all this money because he gave them herpes. He danced, he this." How many women have gotten herpes and ain't got a dime? They just got
a whole lot of people that don't know.
They even got it, but they're human. They're still human at the end of the day. They make mistakes. He may not even. Everyone's like, he intentionally gave it. How do you know he intentionally gave it to him? Was you there? Did you know he went to the doctor? Are you his doctor? How did you know? People just start to give people a story.
Right.
And I don't think that's fair, because if somebody did it to you, then you'll be mad. If one little thing you did is somebody made up a whole story about what it was and put it out there, then you'll be talking about how people destroying your character, but you destroying this man's character. Mm-hmm. You don't know what the situation was.
Nobody
at
knows.
That time. No one can say, "Oh, he knew he had it." How do you know he had it? He may have not known. But who's to say he did? Who's to say he proved? But you know what? He cared enough that he gave them women and he broke off that money and gave it to them. Yeah. But ain't nobody saying nothing about all the women who get it every day, or they're passing it on to somebody because they're nasty. But nobody, that's quiet because they ain't got no money.
That plus they don't have the talent, and then like they're not making these love songs. these classic love songs like these are my confessions.
Right. But I'm just saying
you got to put that in the confession too.
You can do all of that. You know why? Because that was before all of this. But I'm saying you can't knock his talent. So you're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, I'm never going to an Usher concert because he gave women herpes. He didn't give me herpes, so I don't care. I'm gonna go see his concert. And I'm gonna go watch him sing." Because you don't judge people because you wouldn't want somebody to do it to you. And that's where people don't get that.
You know what though? I think it was just all that tied in together because it was just too funny to me that right before that all those stories broke, they were playing Trapped in the Closet on Facebook. Okay. And like at the minute that all I could think about was at the end of I guess the major chapter, I guess it was like chapter 3 or chapter 4, whatever, when they was like a package. Everybody got the package.
But it still goes to I don't, because I'm not a judgmental person. People make mistakes. People do whatever they feel they want to do. But don't ever underestimate the thought that maybe his wife didn't know that he was out here sleeping around. She probably did. She probably didn't care. But
of course,
don't create a story for somebody if you weren't there. I don't know what happened. I don't know how long he had it. How do we know one of the girls didn't give it to him? We don't know.
Right.
He just paid because he felt bad. But I'm saying he has no proof as to who transmitted it to who.
Right.
Them women may have already had it and gave it to him.
Right. And now since he's the one,
and because he's the one that got money, they're gonna say he gave it to me. He can't even validate where he got it from.
Not in the least.
It ain't like you can do a test and they can tell you how long you had it. No. So who's to say that the women? I mean, because the first thing that women do is take up for other women as if there ain't trifling women out here. There's trifling women out here now. There's women out here who will purposely do things to a celebrity just so that they can have their 5 minutes of fame at their expense. One of those women may have given it to him.
May have.
I think they did. I think he didn't know it because he seems like he's too smart to have it and know it and go have unprotected sex with somebody. He probably got caught up in the moment.
Right.
Because I would like to think you really, you didn't purposely not use a condom when you know you married.
Right.
But when it comes, the way it came out is because they probably found out before he did. They probably already knew and was like, I'm going to wait till I sleep with him. I'm going to wait a little while. And then I'm going to go say he gave it to me.
Right. The minute they have a breakout.
That's all it is. They just waited. They might have already had it. Are they subpoenaing them these women's medical records to find out if they already had it?
Trifling. Nope. Broad.
Right, but I'm just saying, but
okay.
He didn't even fight it.
Right.
Somebody else might have been like, no, I need to see their medical. You got to give me medical records to prove that they didn't have it before they slept with me.
Right.
How do I know you ain't being treated for it already and you just didn't have an outbreak? Because everybody knows herpes is not a 24-hour thing. You have your outbreaks.
Right.
So how do we know that they wasn't on medication already and they were just not having one and all of a sudden they had an outbreak?
Right.
You don't have no proof for nothing. He didn't even ask. He just paid.
And like, man, I don't even want to,
deal with it.
I'm gonna let this die down for a hot second. I mean, the story broke. Okay.
You say story broke. Yeah. But I'm just saying, people have to.
What up, bro?
People have to stop assuming the worst when you don't know the situation. There's a story to everything. There's two sides: his side, her side, and the truth. But we will never know what the truth is. That's not for us to find out. Clearly, it's not meant for us to find out because
we won't.
It's his personal business. He ain't got to let y'all know what he doing.
Just like we won't find out what's going on with R. Kelly and
because that's their choice. But you ain't seen no women come forward saying that he held them.
Nope, not one.
Nobody. That's what y'all said. Somebody said they were staying there without
that the girl's daddy. Like,
and I'm sure that was all about money. Because I'm sure you probably know your daughter out here doing things she ain't got no business doing. And now you sit here rubbing her saying, good job, baby. Good job, baby. You got you a good one this time. I told you about messing around with them broke men.
And now I guess the daddy is trying to be, I guess the overprotective father now.
All of a sudden.
Like, you need to come home. And she like, why?
Right. She ain't been coming home.
I'm good.
No, you know what? I need to come home because I'm with R. Kelly.
Right. I'm okay.
I'm all right. I'm at Robert
I'm being
house.
treated like a queen. I don't need any money. He pays for everything. I'm good. Why would I come home?
Come home for you to do what? You're not. I'm having more fun over here.
Because what's gonna happen now is she gonna get home and get interviewed.
Right, which it hasn't happened. There's been no interviews. There's been no nothing.
Well, I mean, the girl came on in and said, "I'm not being held against my will. I'm not doing this." But a lot of people said that she was reading, and I'm like, well, I mean,
the thing is that no one wants to admit when they make a mistake. So because that story broke, they have got to do something to make it stick. You can't put a story out there and come back. When you ever seen the press come back and say, "Oh, we made a mistake"?
Oh, that will never happen.
We made a mistake. No, they're gonna keep digging until they find something to say.
Shout out to Miss Deanna Riley.
But that's what they do. They're gonna keep going until they find something. They ain't gonna come back and say it was a false story.
This is true. Look, y'all, if y'all get a chance to, I gotta put a little slight plug in here. This Saturday, July 29th, see if y'all can make it out to Toyota Field. It's the last home game of the Chicago Bliss. I mean, let's just say they put on a big show. They won the whole thing last year, and they're trying to do it again this year. So big ups to Miss Deanna Riley. Big ups to the Chicago Bliss. Man, I hope to get y'all on the show when y'all winning again. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, I just think people need to focus on their own lives and stay out of everybody else's lives.
This is true.
So it's just that social media, people are so brainwashed.
You didn't know that?
By social media, nobody has individuality anymore. Everybody wants to go along with what everybody else say. Don't nobody check the facts of what nobody say. You just gonna go spread the word, and you're gonna spread the lies with them. But what you're not gonna do is gonna come back and say you made a mistake either. So when the story comes out that it ain't right, and you done blasted and made all these posts and did all this, you're not gonna come back and say, I wasn't right.
No one likes to admit when they were wrong.
That's why you ain't supposed to say nothing until you know the story.
Right. But that's too much like rights for some people. You got to be able to say what it is. And
you got to give your 2 cents if your 2 cents is of purpose. Like somebody
a lot of people say stuff just to get their 2 little seconds of fame or the 15 seconds of fame, and just to put something out there. And now they can say, I started this.
But then the thing is like even with Kevin Hart, when they said that he cheated on his wife while she's pregnant. Okay, well, he's a man. There's plenty of men that cheat on their pregnant girlfriends and wives all the time. You gonna put all them on blast too? Or you just worried about Kevin Hart?
Hey,
what I'm saying? They're not doing anything that hasn't already been done. It's just like now you want to scrutinize them because they're celebrities. And that doesn't make any kind of sense to me, because at the end of the day, they're still human. They're people. They didn't sign up to have to live this clean life. That they just want to be them.
I hear that, but seeing as though that they are celebrities, they still need to be held accountable, because they're held in the light. They can be human all day long, but here's the thing. They know, just like these basketball players and football players, they go through a whole seminar on how to be better men and how to be celebrities and how to conduct themselves in public.
But some people just don't know how to do it. It ain't in them.
This is true. But at the same time, these other celebrities, these, comedians or actors, all these other people, they don't go through that seminar. I know plenty of basketball players, plenty of football players, plenty of baseball players that go through this whole class on how to be a man and how to be an upstanding citizen, and it's just how to be a better person. Actors don't go through that.
But this is the thing. At the end,
those are the ones that go through these long drug rehabs.
Right, but the thing is that at the end of the day, if his wife ain't saying nothing, then your opinion don't even matter, because she's the only one that matters in that situation.
But this is also social media, and everybody has an opinion. Everybody wants to say, look what I said, hey, and then everybody said stuff for likes. Everybody wants some attention.
But I see people who do it and they still don't get no likes. You still ain't getting no attention. Ain't nobody paying you no attention like they don't pay your regular post any attention.
But with that being said, though, if you post a lot, now you upset because this person is posting a lot, and it's like, oh my God, I wish you'd shut up. So now you're giving them attention.
Oh no, I still don't like it. I still don't say that.
I mean, no, you may not like it, but now you at home going, man, look at this person.
But I do that all the time.
Oh, wow.
I unfollow people. Like when you just repeatedly do dumb stuff, like, okay, look, you just don't need to be on my timeline.
Well, I mean, I put some of the dumbest stuff in the world on there, but I just do it just because.
But you don't do it every day.
No.
That's what I'm saying. These people, they do it every day, like all day. You can have your moment. You can have your day. There's 7 days in a week. Do you got to do this dumb stuff all 7 days? Can you please spare me one day? Give me a break.
Those people are I don't know the word I'm looking for, but they just crave attention. They just have to say something on social media because now that they are addicted to posting. Yeah, people on Facebook every day that just have no choice but to say, look at me eat. Look at me today. I'm walking down the street. I saw a quarter. I picked up a quarter. I hate those people. Like, look what I ate today. I even ate all my food. It was delicious. I hate those people.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, so social media. I one of the people, but I can't stand somebody that just post all day long, about nothing. But if you got something to say, then that's cool. But if you don't have nothing to say, why are you posting? I mean, and then you get mad because ain't nobody paying it attention, and then you delete it. Well, what you posted for? You knew it was stupid when you said it.
Yeah.
And it's just like it seems like people want to be social media famous. When at the end of the day, them likes on your page ain't paying you no bill. They ain't paying no bills. It ain't giving you no money. So why do you try so hard for something that doesn't pay you nothing? Like, what are you looking for? What is the benefit? What is the reward for what you do? Because I know what I do and I know why I do it, but it's not excessive. I'm not gonna spend the whole day posting pictures all day long. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not gonna have to tell you what I do every hour. Don't nobody care.
I told you I hate them people.
But I'm just saying nobody cares. You can't make people care because you want to flood their whole timeline with what you got going on.
And you know what else I hate? The fact that they put it on every social media engine. I'm talking about. You see these people from Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. What else is out there? Tinder. I swear for Lord. And I'm not even on Snapchat or Tinder. But it's just the fact that it'll come up in my timeline.
And you see where they posted it at, and they shared it on to Facebook and to everything else. I mean, I just think if you're trying to be successful, there's a such thing as overkill, and you won't be successful because you're doing too much.
But those people not even trying to be famous. They're not trying to do anything. They just want to be seen by the world. That's it. Nothing else. They look what I did.
I don't think social media was supposed to be made for that. I think it's not for you to drown everybody with. Okay, it's almost like you're force feeding. It's like we are babies and you're trying to force baby food in our mouth while we sit there when we don't want it. You have to, everything that's done should be done in stages. It shouldn't be where I go down my timeline and the first 10 posts that I see are all yours. Okay, you post entirely too much because ain't nobody else even showing.
Yeah, funny about that though is I do that. I share a lot, but the fact is I am in so many like comedy pages that they always. I'm saying maybe like 10 comedy pages that I'm on, and imagine these 10 comedic pages are posting 2 or 3 videos, and they are hilarious. Okay, so guess what I'm doing? I'm posting this stuff, and I have people that's on my timeline, that's in my friends group. All of these people are laughing and giggling about everything.
But that's fine. But it's not something you do every day. That's what I'm just saying.
Oh, yes, I do.
No, when you post, it's not all day, every day. You post, it'll be like 3 hours ago, or then you'll have another post that says like 6 hours ago. You don't do it like every hour, every 30 minutes. You're not sharing nothing. You have your moments where it's back to back to back, but that's how you found it.
Yeah.
Back to back to back. But I'm just talking about, not talking about sharing. I'm talking about these people who just literally write posts.
Oh, yeah.
Back to back to back.
They want to go back to back.
You want to tell part of what happened so that you could have something else to post.
Yeah, Deanna says they want to be noticed. That's true. That's just they want to be seen. They want to be the one that, like, if a newscaster was going through their report, they want to go to grab them in the back. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, at what cost? I mean, the thing is this: you do that to be noticed, but noticed by who? Like
everybody. Everybody is.
So you want to annoy the world just so that they notice you?
That's it.
That's retarded.
They want attention. Yes, it is.
Something happened in your childhood. Either that or it's something that you don't get enough attention in real life that you got to come on social media and do all that.
How do you think cyberbullying came about? Cyberbullying and what is that? Liquid courage. I mean,
keyboard thugs.
Yeah, there you go. All them people that this, you're not gonna do nothing in real life, but you got a vast vernacular, so you're gonna be able to troll somebody and get them all riled up at home. So yeah, that's what their job is. They get on there
until somebody come find you in real life.
In real life,
come find you in real life
because these people,
what you did.
If these people's like pages had GPS on them, I promise
they'd be quiet. They'd be super quiet.
Oh yeah, get an address on there, because I mean, not to mention like the police and the FBI and CIA, I'm pretty sure they can find you via your pictures and all that kind of stuff and look through your pages to hack through that. But regular folks, no, they're not gonna be able to do that. So yeah, guess what? I can cuss you out from the privacy of my own home. Yeah, but the thing is this.
What if you cut somebody out and you think they live in another state and they just lied on their page and they actually live in the same state as you?
And they come find
catch
you on the train. and they was that dude that was talking all that stuff in the group the other day.
And a lot of times the people who were talking the most, they're the ones who get scared when the people come find them. Now you don't want to fight. Now you forced to have to back up what you type.
Man, dog, I was just playing.
Right, but I don't get all into the name calling on Facebook and social media. I mean, I don't see the purpose of all that, because that means I'm giving you energy and I'm giving you time, which is what you want. But I don't go back and forth with people. You say what you want to say. I'm going to say you have a good night. Like, I'm not going to entertain you, because I don't have that kind of time to give you for nonsense, because I can't get that time back. When it's gone, I'll be sitting back thinking about all the stuff that I could have did when I'm sitting on social media arguing with a complete stranger that I don't give a damn about.
That you don't know. And see, this is what kills me about like political posts. And then like all these people are getting here talking about how stupid this other person is, and how I'm like, wait a minute, you don't even know this person. You have no idea who this person is, what their life is like, and what their background is. All you know is they made like the world's most dumbest comment. 90% of the time it's a Trump supporter. So yeah, I had to throw a little jab into that. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to him in a second. But what I'm saying is all of these people get on here and they'll say like something to get people riled up. They can argue and say you're just so stupid. And that phrase right there gets people pissed off.
Stupid.
Like, yeah, you calling somebody stupid or just ignorant or doing it in an intelligent way, telling them that how their education isn't up to par or whatever the case may be, because you said something just completely dumb on social media, and it's like I guess a political point. But at the same time, you don't know the person who said that. You don't know their background. Like, okay, there was a post, and this wasn't even political. This was about food. Okay. Somebody had said, it was about a Philly cheesesteak, okay? And then somebody said, oh, my God, you just do not put mayo on a Philly cheesesteak. I'm like, first of all, they do that all over Chicago.
Right.
Okay. All over Chicago, there is Philly cheesesteak, for mayo or whatever. But then, with that being said, this dude made a big fuss about that. And I guess I found out in Philly that they don't put mayo on Philly cheesesteaks. I'm like, okay, well, in Chicago, we do. Right. So, I mean, you don't know. I was born and bred to do that.
But is it really worth arguing over? Okay, so if it does, maybe I just like mine with mayonnaise.
This is true.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it has all the ingredients of a Philly cheesesteak. I just want mine with mayonnaise because I happen to like mayonnaise. And I don't see why people engage in such stupid. That just means you literally got nothing else better
to do but to argue with people.
You want to argue with me about mayonnaise? Is that what we've come to?
And it was, I promise you, it had like 150 posts. Over something, I said, you know what? It did say it was a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, and then people was like, "Oh my God!" The people from Philly just went berserk. This is not a real Philly cheesesteak. That's not how it goes. And it was a lot. I was like, okay, this is just an authenticity battle right now, and you just don't know. I was born and raised in Chicago, and sometimes I get bad and bougie, and I'll put red, white, and vinegar on mine. You know what I mean? But some places do that. The Great Steak Company, they do that. They have red wine vinegar at the end of the counter to put on this cheesesteak sandwich. So, and with mayo. Okay. But I mean, moving right along, man. I can talk about that all day long. Because that post just had me like, are you serious? And like, it was so many people talking about how evil and how stupid you sound putting mayo on a cheesesteak sandwich. It was weird.
So my mom was telling me today about 45 in the Boy Scouts.
Oh, please don't. Okay. That dude right there. He first of all, he thought Obamacare had been in going on for 17 years.
Even though he only was in office for 8.
For 8. Because 17 years ago he was attorney Obama. Okay.
It never ceases to amaze me.
None. I mean, and then like now the latest thing he said is he doesn't want transgender people in the military. Excuse me. He doesn't want transgender people in the military. Are you kidding me? Says the person that dodged the military countless times. This dude is talking about how somebody that's a hermaphrodite can't defend this country, and you just didn't want to defend this country. I'm sorry, that dude, he is not my president. That dude is a walking reality TV show. I'm sorry, and it's not even a reality TV show. He's walking fake news, just to use one of his words. This dude is terrible. I hate Donald Trump.
There's no researching. It's bad when when the leader of your country doesn't research the things that he says. He's supposed to be like the top. I mean, you expect certain things from the leader of the country. He's not even the leader of the country. I'm just saying, but that's his title.
No, he's the leader of the free world.
Right. But he doesn't even qualify. It's like, at what point will he come out with something that's factual? Never.
Because right now, as it stands, he's still being investigated for the Russia stuff, and he's still being investigated. What happened to the what was that? The allegations about the what is that? The sexual harassment charges. And see, nobody's talking about that anymore. Why? He gave them hush money. And that's why.
He made him go away money because he has enough money where he can do that.
Of course he does. But I mean, with that being said, though, you still ridiculing Barack Obama. You sold up Barack Obama's tush. I swear to God. You cannot keep that man's name out of your mouth.
He can't. He can't.
You can't make a speech without that. Like, nobody cares right now.
But the thing is that there's no point in to keep bringing him up. He's not president anymore. So what are you trying to gain out of putting down somebody who's living their life right now? They're not thinking about you. You're the only one that has beef with everybody. You have not heard Obama say one thing.
No, for what?
Because it's not his job anymore.
The man has class. That's first of all.
But he's doing his own thing. He's not worried about Mr. Trump. He's not worried about him. But this man been worried about him for like ever. They just need to have like a boxing match or something. He needs to get this out his system.
Donald Trump don't want none of Barack.
But I'm saying whatever it is, he needs to do something to get it out of his system, because this seems like it is bothering his soul. It's bothering his very being.
That's what happens.
How could you be so irritated by one man who ain't did nothing to you?
That's how racist white people are.
But I'm just saying, it'd be different if he did something to him. He ain't did nothing to you. Like, why are you on him? For what? You can't even list what he's done to you for you to be, all you did was succeeded him. You took over when he could. That's the only thing. I'm just saying, but that's the only thing. So I don't understand, like, why are you trying to defame this man's character? It's like, this is like your goal. You're going to do this for 4 years. For 4 years, you're going to be talking about Obama.
I promise you, he will not do another speech, do another appearance or anything like that without mentioning Barack Obama.
He won't. It always comes up. But you have to blame like his speech writers, because I know he ain't writing it himself.
Of course not.
But at some point, is somebody gonna tell him, like, could you let that person? Did you just let that die? Let's move on. Let's move on. This man is no longer president. You done undid everything he did.
Oh no, he's not. He's trying to.
Right, but I'm just saying. But let it go. If you want to change it. But you don't have to insult him to change it. He's literally it's like it's all personal. You would think he slept with his wife or something. What is the problem?
But see, also the fact that he has nothing on Barack Obama. That's the problem. Like he tried to tell the world that he was from, I guess overseas. He wasn't born here. They were trying to say that he was a Muslim. They were trying to say everything that was so terrible about him that didn't check out. So now it's, we were better. Everything we did was better. How is the question?
But it's just no point. I just don't. That's just like me disliking a person for nothing, just picking somebody random. Like if I'm at work and it's just somebody that just look like I don't like them, and I just keep talking about them even though they did nothing to me. It's just something about them I just don't like.
First of all, Donald Trump is very jealous of Barack Obama. I'm sorry, President Obama. He is very jealous.
Okay, so what shows has he been on besides his own little things? Has anybody interviewed him on their show? Like
Donald Trump?
Yeah, like Conan O'Brien.
Oh no, he will never make
Jimmy Kimmel.
Any of them? He will not make any public appearances like that simply because the comedic world would tear him apart.
But what could you actually have a conversation with him about that? Like you be sitting here like I don't even know what to say because everything you say is false.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So what are we gonna talk about?
That's exactly why they won't have him on that. He has his own comedy show. Okay, CNN and whatever media site that he gets on there, he decides to give a speech. It might as well be a 5 or 10 minute comedy show because we all know that nothing he says is credible. Nothing.
His name.
Nothing he says is credible. Because everything that Donald Trump makes is made overseas. So no, not even that. He's not patriotism. Okay, I question his love for country and for city and state.
How come he hasn't created any jobs here?
Oh, they were supposed to talk about that, but that won't happen.
Because it sounded good when he said it, but that's as far as it. He just threw it out there.
Because the things he said about the LGBTQ community. I'm the best at this, and I will love and fight for all of your rights and yada yada yada. But then in the very next breath, when they try to do something for the LGBTQ community, you tear it down. You are trying to keep them out of. You mean to tell me that they can't hold a gun? You mean to tell me they won't fight for their families and the people of this country? Get out of here. They live here too. I'm sorry. You can't kick them out.
If he could, he would try.
I mean, of course he's gonna try, but that's not gonna happen.
I just think the world is we haven't even done a year yet, but it feels like it's been like 2.
I mean, it's been 6 months,
but it seems like it's been so much longer.
He's done more terrible stuff in the last 6 months. He has discredited this country across the globe. No one wants to deal with him. And as it stands, not even Putin. And nobody, he doesn't even want to deal with him. Like, man, this dude I don't even want to be bothered with this cat. Because he says stuff that we know is wrong. We know is not true.
But, he's already made statements like he's going to get reelected. He's already talking about 8 years. Bless your heart.
If he gets reelected,
I'm moving.
I might shoot him myself.
I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm gonna go live in another country until this is over with. Then I'll come back.
I can't deal.
It's not 8 years.
Nope. Donald Trump. That's just not gonna happen. So, man, that has been our show. We have talked about Donald Trump and his idiocy. Oh God, I can't stand that dude.
But thank you all for tuning in. This is the Off the Wall Show, Intellectual Radio. Catch us every Wednesday. 7:00 p.m. Central. See you guys.
I am JB3, and this is the lovely Lady Magnificent signing off the Off the Wall Show. We'll be back next week. We might have a guest, we might not, but I'll let you know.